that.
Cookies aren't going anywhere. And look, I think, AI is the talk of the week. We can certainly go there at some point if you want. But I think in a world where you're not sure what you can trust online anymore, when you can't trust if you're talking to a human or a computer, when you're looking at an image, you're not sure if it's real or not, what is the antidote? The antidote is an in-person experience. It's why restaurants, it's why theater, it's why concerts, and yes, hotels, I think are the antidote to a world that's going increasingly digital, and how we find it, the experience itself becomes the analog world.
Well, speaking of experiences, I understand you have a big partnership with McLaren now, so about F1. So walk me through about why you partnered with them, what this partnership looks like.
Yeah, we've worked with McLaren for 20 years. And what's interesting is it started as a B2B hospitality play. And in this space, we just didn't, I'll be honest, didn't think we were a supplier in the same way that the oil companies are, or the gas companies rather, that the wheel manufacturers are. And then it dawned on us, actually we are. We provide 24 away matches a year where they're home away from home. Their ability to perform comes from staying at our hotel. I was just sharing with one of my colleagues, when they go to Singapore, we have a Conrad that's right on the track, and they keep the European schedules. They stay on European time. We flip the entire hotel operation around. We serve breakfast at night, dinner in the morning, housekeeping comes in the morning, at night they are out on the track. And so our ability to do that for them, we think is a great signal to any customer that we can deliver a great hotel stay. So for 20 years, we've been partnering with them. It's been a big push in the consumer space, whether it's been Lando Norris driving a kid to school in a McLaren. I mean, how cool is that kid? And how cool is mom and dad for making that available? We're building out a room right now to celebrate the 20th anniversary. It's a fully McLaren-themed guest room in Trafalgar to celebrate Silverstone for their home Grand Prix. We've done activations all over the world, and it really just allows our fans to get closer. When you think about it, 1% of F1 fans will go to a race, and almost 0% of that 1% will get a chance to stay in a room like Lando Norris does, or Oscar or Piastri. And so our ability to recreate that for the fans, that's really an impactful way to dip into the travel trend around nostalgia and this idea that people want experiences over things.
I love that suite. I want to stay. Sounds great.
There's
just one?
There's just one right now, yes.
All right, well, maybe more to come.
You know people. You know people. We did Wicked earlier in the year to celebrate that little movie, a little independent film called Wicked with NBC Universal. Paris, we gave her the keys to the castle, so to speak, and she took over the Beverly Hilton with her suite. So yeah, a lot more to come.
More themed rooms to come.
More themed rooms to come. Not one about me, but everybody else.
Well, we'll see. Well, one demographic that obviously leaning so much into travel, there's the term zillennials. I don't know, I'm a millennial. Moral story, millennials and Gen Z clearly love to travel. So how are you perhaps changing your strategy and leading to adapt to their travel trends? How are they different than past travelers?
Yeah, and I think sometimes the next generation is on the leading edge of what ends up being the travel trend for everybody. But I will tell you the biggest thing about this generation was they grew up in a bunch of, let's call it, bad timings, right? The pandemic or, some the downturns that they've seen along the way. And so this generation said, screw it, we're still having the experiences. I think that's what makes this generation different, is that they might have to travel at a cheaper price point, they may have to travel in a different location, they may have to adapt how they do it, but they're going to do it. And so some of the trends around solo travel, you're seeing quite a bit of people going on their own. You're seeing sleep tourism be really big, right? This idea that I'm going for a better night's sleep to go have a restful experience. You're seeing wellness. That's why we partner with Peloton and with the Calm app, because customers are looking to either recreate their fitness routine, their wellness routine, or they're looking to elevate it when they travel. So you're seeing those trends come out along the way. What we're doing is we are adapting our current products to meet those moments, but also adding brands and adding experiences. So if you think about this love of nostalgia in the States, there's nothing bigger than your college university. So last year we brought on board graduate hotels. They're now part of Hilton, and they are super themed hotels around your alma mater, which is fantastic. We brought Nomad in, this ultimate lifestyle brand, has really carved a niche out for themselves. We brought them into the system. We added 400 luxury hotels through our partnership with Small Luxury Hotels of the World. And AutoCamp, which is a glamping product we have now with 9 locations around the US in Airstreams. They're fantastic. Those are all built-in trends, but they're not fast trends. They're not things that are going to just fly by night and be gone tomorrow. They are, we think, are generational changes around how people experience our hotel stays and adjacent areas that we want to partner to do.
I love the diversity of products you have. I did not know about AutoCamp, but now I'm going to go deep into that.
I'm not an outdoor person, and it works for me.
All right.
Anywhere I can go pretend I'm outside, but somebody makes a campfire for me and serves me red wine with a s'more, I'm good to go.
Same, sign me up. Well, and one other trend, you guys come up with a trends report every year.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. There was a term called travel maximizers. Yes. So I think that means like people who just want to experience everything.
That's right.
How do you cater to someone who has just doesn't, the opposite of the sleep traveler, I guess?
I mean, I think, it's it's kind of it's a great trend. It's kind of a boring answer to the trend, which is we stick to our knitting. Our role is to provide a great stay experience. And so you're going to go off and explore the neighborhood, and we're going to enable that for you. You're going to have this great safari or great camping experience or whatever it is. We're there to enable it and connect you to it and find partners that we think are great for that. But our job is to make sure when you walk across our transom, when you come into our hotel, it just feels different at Hilton. That a warm smile and a friendly face is there to greet you, that a team member will take care of you and anticipate your needs, that will personalize the stay experience for you. And so while they're out there having those crazy experiences and they're covered in dust from an ATV experience or whatever else, our spa is ready to welcome you in. That's what our role is in the story.
Another trend that I think we've talked about a lot in Canada is there's the questioning of new generations with loyalty, right? How you really create, especially with younger demographics, younger people who just have access to so many new brands, right? Or perhaps, I don't know, just our companies and competitors like Airbnb, right? Like maybe who lean that way. How are you really thinking about how you're redefining your loyalty program and how to, again, make sure that people don't just go to a Hilton occasionally, but are true, become like, you could say Hilton stands?
It's a great question. Look, I think some of the narrative that's gotten a little bit out of control is we have expanded the loyalty program so much that we include a lot more customers, which means by definition you have less frequent travelers in the program, which is not a measure of failure, it's success. We now have a relationship with them. I think the second misnomer that's been out there a little bit is there's a lot of reward programs out there. You know, I can't go to any grocery store, any supermarket, any convenience store or like without a rewards program offering a card. And that's a different category. That is extremely useful. It gives the customers, it gives the stores data, it gives the manufacturer data, but it's not recognizing and rewarding loyalty and staying with them. And so with Hilton Honors, our journey has been to be the antidote to that. Our goal is not to have customers loyal to us, it's to show our loyalty back to them. It's to make sure that for every customer at every stage of the journey, there's something valuable to them. If you're a one-time stayer a year, let's make sure we have value on day one for you, whether it's the digital key and free Wi-Fi, a better price when you book with us directly. That may be enough value for you on that trip. If you're a road warrior, the ability to get automated upgrades, so before I even get there, I know the upgrade's been confirmed, my preferences have been taken care of. Having a reward program inside a loyalty allows us to give free nights and all the things people want, but the loyalty program itself is more about appreciation, recognition, and ultimately more personalized engagement with customers who choose to consolidate their travel with us. Interestingly, though, there's two dimensions to that. Some of those customers are highly loyal but low value. They choose you a lot. We have 24 brands. They might pick a lower price brand. Or they may only have 1 or 2 trips a year, but we get them from them. How do we recognize loyalty? On the other extreme, you have high value. Somebody might spend a ton of money at a Waldorf Astoria, or they might spend a big company meeting, but they're so-called sleeping around. They stay at other brands, when they're not with us. It's the technical term. And so how do you make sure that we're recognizing the value you give us, but also that we're consolidating your wallet along the brands and making sure that these 24 brands go together in a special way that they couldn't on their own.
Amazing. Sleeping around, incredible. You still appreciate all of those people, everyone who stays at a Hilton. We are unfortunately almost out of time. Sure. To true Axios style, I want to end on one fun thing. Okay. I won't make you pick your favorite hotel. I feel like that's too hard. What I'm curious is, what's the last Hilton that you stayed at, and what's the next Hilton that you're staying at?
That's a great question. Well, I mean, I feel like if I start naming hotels, it's like Forrest Gump naming shrimp. We've got 8,600 hotels, and we have one a day opening somewhere in the world. My current hotel is where I'm currently are, which is the Canopy. Don't come visit me. Off hours. So over by the Yachts, which is fantastic. It's one of our newest brands and one of our newest entries in the market. It's so nice. I've been coming to Cannes for 10 plus years. It's nice to have a home away from home here that's now ours, the Canopy. And I'm off to next. Where am I going next? I'll be in London. I'll be in Trafalgar.
The McLaren suite?
I won't be in the suite. Somebody else will be there. I don't come with it. And then we'll go to Silverstone to celebrate F1, where we have a Hilton Garden Inn that's on the track. It's attached to the Paddock Club. And so you're woken up every morning by the sound of the cars revving up for the morning. So that's...
Wow, what a wake-up call. Amazing. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mark, for this great conversation.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thank you.